Hi students. Okay, in last video we did some problems related to the de Broglie wavelength equation, and the topic is covers in your dual nature and matter and radiation. Right. Okay, this will be comes under in your nuclear physics. That is the first topic we concluded or we did. Uh, Now we can be having this next chapter or next lesson is atomic physics. It is somewhat theoretical, and that part already we've seen some discoveries in the previous dual nature and matter there. And here we required the structure of atom, that is atom, regarding atom, the arrangement or the structure and energies or velocities or radius. So different equations we can be calculated for the studying about the structure of atom. So regarding the structure of atom or atomic structure, the different scientists they studied and from that experiments they given the information about the structure of atom. The first one is that is we can be observed the Dalton atomic model, Thomson atomic model, Rutherford atomic model, and at present we are using that is precise explanation about the structure of atom given by the Bohr's atomic model. Okay, like this we have the different models are there. So all these you come across in your 11th in your chemistry part. That is first PUC in your 11th part. There you can study about this atomic structure. So now I'll give you the brief introduction or information about the atomic structure given by the different scientists. That is first one is the Dalton. So who is given the basic information about the structure of atom? It is a spherical shape. An atom is a spherical shape when it is under stable condition, and it is having the total part of atom is having certain mass and which cannot be further divided, so that it is an entity which is the smallest block. It is a block which can be a matter by which only the matter can be built up. So that is any matter can be constructed with the help of a smallest building block, that is known as an atom given by the Dalton. So that is here according to him. So the first one is you can be observed to be having Dalton's atomic model, or just giving the information about the structure of atom or regarding the atom what they are given. That is Dalton's atomic model. So according to him and his observations and his experiments gives the results. They are, the first one is we can be observed to be having atom is smallest indivisible entity by which any matter can form. To form any matter, the basic building block, or to get any matter, for that the fundamental entity or the fundamental quantity, that is called as an atom, which is cannot be further divided. It is an indivisible entity. So by that entity itself any matter can be built or it can be formed. Right? That is going by the first one. That is according to Dalton. And to get the stability of this atom, it requires or it can be acquires a shape that is called spherical shape. To get the stability, the shape of this atom is a shape of an atom is sphere or spherical. It is spherical, right? Why it is only spherical? To get equilibrium or stability. To get equilibrium or stable, it will be formed in spherical shape, right? So that is the 2 points are given, or the information about the atom. Atom is smallest entity by which any matter can build up and which cannot be further divided, right? And here atom is nothing but it is indivisible. The meaning of the atom is indivisible. That is provided in Greek language, or in Greek it is meaning having indivisible. Right? And now the shape of this atom is sphere or spherical to get the stability. Right? So this is the information given. But what is that nuclear, or what is that charge stability, or the mass, charge, mass, or the quantities? They are not at all discussed anything about the atom. Correct? So this is what is given by the Dalton. And another one is there, Thomson atomic model. Thomson atomic model. So in this Thomson atomic model, we can be observed that here the total atom is a spherical shape, that is given here also, and in that the atom is consisting of electrically neutral, where it can has positively charged as well as a negatively charged. The positively charged matter is uniformly distributed all over the spherical object or spherical entity, and within which somewhere the electrons will be embedded into that spherical positively charged matter. So here in this it is given that is an atom is having uniformly distributed positive charge all over the sphere. That is, you can be observed. And second one is the negatively charged particles or the negatively charged matter in that atom is embedded within that positively charged matter, completely filled uniformly throughout that spherical surface or sphere. Correct? So in this negative charge embedded in the positive charged sphere, like seeds in watermelon. So how the seeds are arranged in a watermelon, like that same fashion you can be observed that the electrons are embedded at different positions within that positively charged spherical entity. So that is, both are positively, negative charge is there, positive charge we can be having, both are electrically neutral. The atom is electrically neutral. So here electrically neutral, the atom is electrically neutral, and this model is also called as a plum pudding. Just like it is a fruit which consisting of seeds, within which how that fruits in that fruit seeds are embedded. Seeds are just, they will be existing within that fruit. That is what is called as a plum and pudding. Correct? It is just like a arrangement of electrons in an atom or in that positively charged matter. They will be existing or for locating, like how the seeds are present in a watermelon or in any fruit. So where we can be observed, there are different locations in that fruit the seeds are locating. Like that, the electrons also locating in that positive charge matter, like at different positions within that spherical positive charge matter, where to get that totally electrically neutral. So here and here, wherever you can be observed, there is no explanation regarding that energy consideration or conservations or radius. So what is the size? What is the size of the nucleus, or what is the size of the atom? What is the radius of the atom? Energy of electrons? That pattern is, that information is not at all given. So these two are just basically given some little information about the atom, right? Now coming to this, to overcome these, there is a next one. It is given by the Rutherford atomic model, that is alpha scattering experiment. So from that you can be get more and more information, and also which is somewhat more information given about the structure of atom compared to these two, right? So now we will discuss, or I'll give you the information about which one it is, third one or next one it is which one, Rutherford alpha scattering experiment. Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, okay, that we can discuss now. Okay, that is here the another model regarding the structure of atom given by the information given by Rutherford, that is alpha scattering experiment. So in that alpha scattering experiment, Rutherford is observed and he given some information about the structure of atom, right? So now we can go for this, which one it is, Rutherford atomic model by alpha scattering. Now you can be having here Rutherford atomic model, Rutherford atomic model, which is explained with the help of alpha scattering experiment. Alpha scattering. Alpha scattering experiment. So what is this experiment, and from this what is the information given by this Rutherford regarding structure of atom, right? So in this alpha scattering, whenever any energy or the energy or any particle or any matter when it is moving with certain direction in a given medium, the direction of that particle or that energy or whatever that wave, that direction is modified because of some other interaction. That direction changes or deviation made for that respective matter when it is made interaction with the medium or any other matter, there you can call it as a scattering of light, or you can radiation, or maybe waves. Scattering means deviation or deflection, changes the direction as that of initial, that is called as a scattering. Now here these alpha particles are made to be get scattered, they will be deviated, they will be deflected when they are passing through certain very thin sheets, that is called as a gold foil. So in this experiment, the arrangement here it is given, a construction I can be see in this construction for this experiment done by the Rutherford. What is the construction? Here it is, you have an alpha particle that you can be get. Here a source is there, radioactive source. From that it can be emit alpha particle. So here you can be observed to be having, this is a cavity within which we have the radioactive source here. From this an alpha particle is emitted, and this alpha particle is made to be move along straight, and here you can be having the collimation, that is externally you can be having the some insulators are there here, and these alpha particle to be moved straight, that is for that straight, along the straight there is no deflection to be made, here collimation is made, and here you can be observed to be having after movement of these alpha particles, here you can have, there is a gold foil that is arranged here. So we have here, this is the arrangement where you can be observed, this is the initial direction of alpha particle, and here you can be observed to be have, there is an arrangement, this is called as a gold foil. It is having the thickness is very small, in a micrometer it is about a micrometer, or it is a, you can say 2.1 into 10 power minus 7 meter. It is very small. In micrometers you can have the thickness of this one, that is a gold foil, right? And here this is a source, radioactive source, which can be emit the alpha particle from here, radioactive source, and this one is a cavity which cannot be makes that alpha particle to be come out of this cavity apart of this exit, right? So only from the exit that alpha particles are coming out, and the remaining part totally it will be isolated. That means this chamber is, it is a insulator. Okay, right? Now here radioactive source, from that we are getting the alpha particle, and that alpha particle are made to be move straight. For that here we are arranging the this arrangement. This arrangement is called as just as a collimation to move this alpha particle to be along straight. So we can be having here it is this type of arrangement is there. This is for only for movement of alpha particle along straight, and here we have a very thin sheet of gold foil. On this, these alpha particles are allowed to incident. Now once they are incident here, they will not be follow in this path. They can be make the deviation. So this is theta is the angle you can be observed, which is called as a scattering angle. Right? So in different directions that alpha particle can be moved. I drawn only one alpha particle. Right? So this is observed in experiment. So in this experiment, what are the important points given by the Rutherford? What is observed and the result of this experiment? What are the important points are given? So here the important points given by this Rutherford regarding this structure of atom. We can also explain this one in detail by considering here one of the atom of the gold foil. One of the atom of gold foil we can consider that atom, how it will be affected by the incidenting of these alpha particles on that atom. So here for one atom you can be observed to be having the, this is an atom, gold atom. So here we have a center part, and here you can be having these alpha particles are coming from the source of that radioactive material, and here this is a direction of the alpha particles. You can be observed to be having here, this is the initial direction of alpha particles you can be see, and once they made interaction with this atom, one of the atom, how they will be changes their direction, that you can be observed here, right? So next one you can be having here, this is another alpha particle. It is moves like this, and one more you can be observed to be having here it is. So this is a changes the direction, and you can be having this is another one, and this is one more, these alpha particles. Now in this, here is the starting of these alpha particles when they are entered towards this gold foil. Once they made interaction with this gold foil, and in this we are considered only one of the atom of the gold foil, how these alpha particles are made deviated. See in this diagram, if you are observe, some of the alpha particles, here alpha particle is nothing but what? Alpha particle is nothing but this helium ion. It is a helium nucleus which is having the charge is positive, right? A positively charged particle is equivalent to the helium. So here this is a positively charged matter, and when it is entered into this atom of gold foil, without deviation or deflection they are passing. Here also you see most of the alpha particles are passing through the atom without deflection. That is observed here, this and this. And some are this alpha particle, if you see this alpha particle, so if you give the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see this first two and last two, they are passing through the atom without deviation. And if you see this third and 7, they are having the deviation is less than 90. And if you go for the fourth and this sixth, they are having the deviation is more than 90. And if you go for this fifth one, the alpha particle which is most towards the center of the atom, again that alpha particle is retraces back where that scattering angle is how much? 180 degrees. So here you can be observed the scattering angle, some of the alpha particles may be having the deviations less than 90 degrees, and some of the alpha particles are having the deviations more than 90 degrees, and one of the alpha particle is having the deviation is 180 degrees, where it will be goes a reflection back. The alpha particle is made reflected back, or it will be retraces back. Because why it retraces back? Because here some other particular matter is there already. Alpha particle, these are alpha particles. Alpha particle is nothing but here it is a positively charged particle. So positively charged particle, when it is moved towards the center of the atom, it will retraces back, means without contacting of these it will be coming back, means here there must be having a charge which is positive. A positively charged matter is existing at the center of the atom. Because of this positive and this positive alpha particle, both are repel. So because of the repulsion, again that alpha particle will be retraces back, where you can be observed the kinetic energy maximum possessed by this alpha particle to reach up to here is equal to the electrostatic potential energy between these charge of this positive charge of the nucleus and this alpha particle. That electrostatic potential energy is equal to the maximum kinetic energy of that alpha particles are equal. There, this alpha particle will be getting retraces back. So the separation where that alpha particle is made retraces back, that separation from this center to this retraces back, that is what it is called as the R naught. R naught is nothing but just we can be called, or it is observed to be having the that calculation or observed to be get, it is the distance. It is a distance between where this kinetic energy and electrostatic potential energy between these two will be equal, right? So there, how much distance or separation is there, that I am represented by R naught. So which is nothing but just it will be having the size of the nucleus you can be get by calculating this R naught, right? So now here this observation you see here, if some of the alpha particles are made scattering angle is less than 90, some are made greater than 90, and only this one reflected back or it retraces back. How many number of alpha particles can be retraces back? That is about one alpha particle can be retraces back within some thousands, nearly about 10,000 alpha particles. 10,000 alpha particles are made to be scattered from this atom, out of which one alpha particle will be retraces back. Remaining all will be passing through that atom of that gold foil, as well as you can be having the other maybe having the deviations or the scattering angles, this one. But this 180 scattering angle will become only one alpha particle out of, it is 8,000 to 10,000. Okay, 8,000. Out of 80,000 alpha particles, we can get one alpha particle can be retraces back. So that is, you can be observed. It is very, very rare. That means you can be observed here, this positively charged matter is existing exactly at the center of the nucleus, center of the atom. At the center of the atom, we have the positive charge, and around that you can be having the, which one? Electrons are revolving. Because of that electrons are negative charge, this alpha particle is positive charge, that alpha particle is moving towards that electrons with increasing the kinetic energy. Once it is getting the maximum kinetic energy with which it can be enter into the inside the atom, and it will goes up to the some extent where the maximum kinetic energy of this alpha particle is equal to electrostatic potential energy between these two. There you can be observed that alpha particle will be retraces back. Correct? So that is, you can be observed this experiment. So in this experiment, what are the important points and what you can be observed the information here? That is one of the information is here it is, you can be observed this distance we can calculate, that is here where it will be retraces back. So you can be observed when alpha particle retraced back, there you can be observed kinetic energy of alpha particle is equal to electrostatic potential energy between that alpha particle and the positive charge locating at the center of the atom, that is nucleus. So this positive charge is given by how much? It is a positive charge and its value is given by Ze. Z is the atomic number and E is the charge of one electron, that is positive. Magnitude is same, but it is a positive, right? That is a proton, you can be saying. Now, this is a positive charge that is given by Ze. And this alpha particle is positive and its charge is, it is a helium He24. So the charge of this one is, how much it is? 2e, right? So 2e is a 2 number, that is you can be having the protons as well as that is positive charge you can be having. So therefore, the kinetic energy of alpha particle can be recognized here of mass of alpha particle into velocity of alpha particle square is equal to electrostatic potential energy between any two charges. It is given by, what is that? It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r, right? So here I can write this one is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2. q1 is here 2e, q2 is Ze, Ze into 2e, Ze into 2e upon r. R is how much here? The separation is, it is the least distance where you can be observed, r is the radius of nucleus you can be calculated. So it is r naught, right? So from this you can be calculated what is the r naught value by using this equation. That is, what is the r naught? I can write this is the total kinetic energy of alpha particle, and this is a 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant value, right? So now I can write this r naught is equal to k 2z e square upon kinetic energy of alpha particle. So this is the equation we can write where this alpha particle made retraced back with respect to the center of the atom. That is, we can be calculated by using this equation, right? Now we can have here, there is an observation that the initial direction of these alpha particles, this is the initial direction of the third alpha particle, this is the initial direction of the fourth alpha particle, right? There is a deviation or the perpendicular distance from where it will be deviating. The perpendicular distance means here to here from the center of the nucleus, that center of the atom, here to here. The perpendicular distance from the initial direction of the alpha particle to the center of the atom, this perpendicular distance is called as a impact parameter. It is represented by B. What is that? It is a impact parameter. It is represented by B, impact parameter. What is the definition for the impact parameter? It is a perpendicular distance between initial direction of the alpha particle to the center of the atom. From the center of the atom to initial direction of the alpha particle, which is a deviating, which alpha particle is made deviation. Maybe here to here. This is also impact parameter. This is also impact parameter. For respect to alpha particle, the value will be changes. Depends upon the initial direction of that alpha particle, which is made. Scattering takes place with respect to that atom. Accordingly, we can be having the impact parameter also changes based on this theta value, based on this scattering angle. So based on this phi, based on the scattering angle, you can be observed here the impact parameter value also changes. So what is that value? So this impact parameter value is given by B is equal to R naught by 2 into cot of phi by 2. So here this R naught is constant, that we can be calculated by using this equation. Now here this phi is the scattering angle different. This is for this scattering alpha particle is having the different scattering angle. For this one it is different. So depends upon that phi value, you can get this perpendicular distance can be varied and which can be calculated. B is equal to R naught by 2 cot of phi by 2. So what is the impact parameter and what is its equation? Impact parameter is the perpendicular distance between initial direction of alpha particle to the center of the atom is known as the impact parameter, and which is given by B is equal to R naught by 2 cot of phi by 2, where that phi is scattering angle, right? And this is the minimum distance, or it can be calculated here, it is the size of nucleus. Right, this distance we can be measured here to here, almost not exact, but this will gives you the size of the nucleus. That is, we can be calculated by using this equation. Right. Now, in this experiment, what are the important points we can be observed? The important points in this experiment given by the Rutherford is most of the space of atom is empty. The majority space occupied within that atom is empty. Right. That is one point. So here the important points we can write. I'll just take it out. This part I'll write that important points from this experiment. What we'll get, right? So I'll give you here. Okay, this part I'll just remove. In this. So first point, majority space. Majority space in atom is empty. And second one, we have the total mass of the atom is concentrated at its center, which is known as a nucleus, which is having a charge of positive. So here total mass almost or majority or maximum, almost it is a total mass. It is, I'm not saying the total mass of the atom, it is a majority or it is a maximum mass of the atom. Maximum mass of atom. Maximum mass of atom, where it is concentrating, is located at center. At center called, what is it? Called nucleus. And charge of nucleus, and charge of nucleus is positive, and which is given by nucleus charge. Nucleus charge is equal to ZE. It is a plus. So this is the nuclear charge or charge of the nucleus, right? This is the another point we can write. Okay. And we have, there is third one, electrons are revolving about this center part of the atom, which is a nucleus. About this nucleus, electrons are making the revolution, or they are moving in orbital paths, respective different orbital paths. They will be revolving. Once they are revolving, they are having or required, they will be radiate the energy. So once that electron or charge is moving, it will be radiated the energy. Once they are losing the energy, they will not be follow the same circular path in that orbital path. They will, because of loss of energy, the path followed by that electrons will be goes on decreases, or it will follow say a spiral path. At the end, the total energy is radiated out for that electron. Then that electron will be getting collapsed into the nucleus. The electron follows a spiral path. At the end, after loss of its total energy, it is getting fall into the nucleus. But if there is no electron is present in the nucleus, there is no negative charge is present in the nucleus. So here you can be having nucleus is a positive charge, and electrons are outside of the nucleus are exist. They are existing outside, not within the nucleus. That means they are not collapsing into the nucleus. So that defect is not clarified by this Rutherford. So that only main failure regarding this atomic model given by the Rutherford related to structure of atom, right? So this is what you can be observed the information related to the Rutherford scattering experiment, that is alpha scattering experiment explained by the Rutherford regarding the atomic structure, right? And these are electrons which are revolving around the nucleus, having the energies, but that energies are how that energy, whether they are losing, if they are loses, or if they are gaining. If they are gaining, they will be move away from the nucleus with spiral path. If the energy is a losses, they will follow spiral path but towards the nucleus. So in any case, the energy of that electrons consideration or calculations are not given properly. So because of that, that defect can be observed. Remaining all factors what they are given by the Rutherford related to atom is correct. That means it consisting of a positive charged matter at the center, which is called as a nucleus, and in that we have that protons and neutrons. Okay, that nucleus is existing, right? And about that, around that nucleus, we can have that electrons are revolving with which are having the energies, and that energies, regarding that energies, not explained properly. So that only the main defect of this Rutherford experiment, that is alpha scattering experiment, right? And this defect can be overcome by considering some other explanation given by the Bohr regarding this atom structure. structure, right? So that Bohr's atomic model is gives you full-fledged explanation about the structure of atom or stability of atom or energy calculations for the electrons at different orbits or different locations or positions. So that part is given by the Bohr's explanation. So Bohr's atomic model. So that we can discuss in the next class. Okay. With this we can sign off today.